why smart investors are holding on to cash. So it's been something I've been obsessed with this year, and I figured I'd talk a little bit about it. Having cash, it's so great, especially in real estate. A lot of times as a real estate investor, you're known as house rich, cash poor. And that's not great, but in times like this, having some extra cash on hand, sorry if you hear the airplane above me, makes a huge difference. And here's why. Because if you have cash, one, you're set up for emergencies. Two, you're even more set up for opportunities. And that's really the benefit of this. That's what we're talking about today. I want to talk about how do we set ourselves up for when the good times come. And right now, what we're seeing in the market is very strange. I mean, the last 5 years have been strange. We're getting to even stranger periods of time, though. So think of it this way. We have a market right now where interest rates are up, material costs are going up, and yet I just saw something here in Chicago where we still had higher supply, higher sales than we did last year. It's a very weird market. And because of that, because of the fact that you're seeing higher prices, higher costs, higher rates, and higher sales, people are like, well, what's happening? Well, is the market crashing? That'd be the first reason you would think there'd be an explanation for why are there more sales. And the answer is no. We're not seeing more sales. So if we're not seeing that, the answer is the prices are still going up. I think this year is about 10% over last year's prices, which is a pretty huge increase. When you think about Chicagoland area, I think is around $340 for your average price. So if you're talking about an average sales price of $340 and you see a 10% increase, that's $34,000 right there. So one, that indicates whatever we're going through right now hasn't fully hit. And part of that's because of the fact that people don't know whether or not they should wait for the market to crash or not, because they just don't know if it's going to happen. All this zigzagging with the tariffs, it's driving people nuts. They're like, well, our price is going to go up, our price is not going to go up. And if they go up, how much will they go up? Will this really affect us? Will it not? The answer to that is going to be probably, but unfortunately we don't have a full answer to that. Hi people, I see keep people coming in, so thank you for joining us. So the reason why we're going back to the original assumption, you should have cash on hand. It's not because of the fact that we expect it to be used in emergency purposes. We're saying have cash on hand because you want to be able to make sure when the opportunity strikes, you have the ability to do it. Because people who have cash on hand can buy properties faster, deal with less red tape because you don't have to deal with lenders and weird appraisals. And believe me, I've dealt with my fair share of both. And in addition to that, you get better deals. Because when the better deals come out, having cash on hand will help. So one of my goals for this year is making sure that by the end of this year, I have more cash on hand. So when deals come up in 2026, I'm able to act on them faster. It's not something that happens immediately. I know that. But having cash on hand definitely helps. I know that's kind of common sense. Like, yeah, everyone knows you should have cash on hand. Duh. But, let's talk about it. Why is that so vital for this type of market? Do what you can to get that cash. Right now, we're selling some properties. We're selling properties because it'll pay down debt, which reduces our expenses every month. And in addition to that, it'll give us that cash on hand because we have some rental properties that we've owned for a few years. Trying to get rid of them to pay for that is great. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to have more cash on hand? Let us know. I'm very curious. This is Andy Nathan talking about cash is king. So I'd love to hear more from you. Put it in the comments, like this video, subscribe, tell your friends. If you don't like your enemies, tell your enemies. Hopefully they're nice people. And I look forward to talking to you soon. This is Andy Nathan from Creative Smart Contractors. Have a great day and a better week.